That must come from such a kind, soft, gentle heart. There you go. Fuck!
All right, man. Hey guys, Steve Araujo here. We are in Leo's Lounge, and this is family time at Leo's Lounge. And I have two of my favorite people, and they happen to be our family and artists, two of our favorite artists that are just amazing musicians, amazing people. I always love hanging with these guys. We have Pancho Tomaselli.
I'm wearing a mask because I have bad breath.
There you go. And Gerry Nestler.
Hello.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Hey.
So if you don't know, these guys have been friends forever. So you guys have a very personal relationship, but you guys also have a pretty deep musical relationship. So you guys have been playing together, friends together for a long time.
Touring together.
Touring, sleeping on the same bed, sharing the same bed.
Sharing the same hotel room. Which that right there is a test in friendship.
Luckily for me, this guy's one of the cleanest persons that I've ever met and organized.
Okay.
I mean, it's perfect.
So is he the same? Is Pancho the same?
He lights a lot of incense in the room.
I tend to set a lot of smoke alarms.
All right, that's okay. But you're very tolerant.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it works well. It works great.
Sure.
It does.
So we're here. Basically, I wanted to get these guys down here because, again, I wanted everyone out there in the GNL world to know them, which you probably already do. You've seen a lot of videos, demos, sharing. You know, they're definitely one of our favorite family artist members, and we definitely call people family here instead of artists because we love having close relationships with these guys, and it's genuine. It's not here.
And it's for real. No, it's for real.
No, it is for real. And for me,
real.
I love it. I love having that personal kind of vibe with them, and it's fun. You guys.
I mean, I on my way here, I called Dave, the owner of GNL, and said, "Hey, man, can we just jump into Leo Fender's office the way
lab.
he left it,
Yeah.
his lab, so we can say something in there through there for the power?" And he goes, "Of course,
Yeah.
you guys are family."
Well, we will meander there.
Yeah, we'll go there, but
We'll
like
go
just
there.
just for you to
the best
understand
part.
how cool that is. I mean,
Yeah.
this is like that whole lab could be at the Smithsonian Museum.
It is.
You know,
Yeah. Well, I used to say that
insane.
this is 1 degree of separation. It's not. There's no separation from Leo Fender, and it still kind of trips me out to say that.
Yeah.
It's literally here.
Actually, the 1 degree of separation would be Fender, and I can say it, not you.
Yeah.
Because we are on Fender Avenue in the warehouse built by Leo Fender.
Indeed.
Where his office still, they're covered in dust because these guys haven't touched it since he died. He literally died on this desk. And then it's there, all like pickups. And as a matter of fact, the pickups that are coming in this base, we're part of like all these blueprints that we find in this desk, magic desk.
Leo's design. I mean, you go from obviously Strat, Tele, P-Bass, J-Bass to the Music Man Stingray, guitar, bass, Sabre to the GNL stuff. I mean, that lineage, there's no one else that has ever done that or come close, and we are here. So that to me is, I have to kind of pinch myself sometimes and go, oh yeah, man, this is legacy. I call this a legacy company.
It is.
Okay.
I mean, it's part of American pop culture.
Yes.
The guys who invented,
Yeah.
who shaped the sound of rock and roll.
Southern
We're
California.
here.
Yeah, so one of the other reasons, so they have instruments that are GNL that we'll talk about, but they also have a band called Philm, Philm.
Yeah.
And you guys are coming out with a brand new record. You're going to kick some ass 2021. Just boom.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was about time.
Yeah.
We were offline for a little bit.
Well, 2020 was a difficult thing, was a weird one, but I think ramping up to it, you guys did some good ramping up, even though,
we've been active.
Yeah.
Although, online, there were some rumors about some drummer finishing the band and putting an end to it, which wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
It was chaotic because the dude was famous, so he had the fame to go and talk shit and whatnot, and so we were so turned off by that we stepped to the side for a little bit and decided to write some other stuff. I have other bands. Gerry did the Mama's Child project. I was working with
Keep talking. I'm just checking.
I was working with Project Infidelica with George Lynch and Corey Glover and Angela Moore, and then we started a production company with some friends. We've been writing tons, so we've been very active, and we put film on the side because there was a ton of bullshit that it was unnecessary to even deal with it.
Yeah.
So we waited until that faded away. The people that were excited about it just finally be quiet, and they moved on.
So did you guys find also, and everybody, I mean, COVID affected everybody. It was worldwide, but did you find some kind of, I don't know, some advantage to actually being kind of in some sort of isolation to write, to force you to just like, okay, I need to be in my studio and write? Did that kind of inadvertently help? Because obviously no one wanted it to happen. It was tragic, there was tragedies, but did you maybe a little bit of advantage?
The writing was done for a long time.
It was already done.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
We finished the album in 2016.
Oh,
very,
wow.
very quickly.
Okay.
There was no real rehearsals or anything. We finished the album recording it very, very fast, right?
Okay.
Right? But the thing is that we found ourselves, in 2020 in the position finally to be able to release the record after all these years. It took us very little time to make the record.
Yeah.
It took us a whole lot of time
To release it.
About 5 years to
Got
release
it.
the album.
Like I said, we had to wait for all the BS to fade away and let the music speak for itself. We released a video, which my baby brother, I call him baby brother, he's 27, he's a fucking grown man now.
That's still a baby. That's still young.
He asked me, hey man, he draws, he's an artist, and he said, I want to make an animated video of one of the film songs, which was a plan that we had for a long time, but it never got.
Spanish Flowers.
Yeah.
It's called Spanish
So
Flowers.
we did it.
Cool.
He did. They put it out, and now it has 11 awards from like the LA Shorts.
Okay.
And they picked it up, and it's blowing up.
Wow. That's cool.
We're coming out more like as what they're calling us in Europe as art rock, art metal.
Art metal?
Is it what they're saying?
Yeah, progressive, avant-garde, art, rock, / metal. Spanish Flowers is the video.
So
That's funny.
So when is the actual release date? Because this is going to come out in a few days.
That's why we are here.
Yes, that's why you're here. So when is the actual
The
release
album
date?
will be out February 19th, Friday.
Friday.
On Metalville Records.
So that'll be pretty perfect timing because that's about when we'll release that, and we'll do it in conjunction with you guys and your blessing. We're gonna fly into the video. We're gonna have some other stuff, so it'll.
Oh, GNL always has our blessing to do whatever.
Take care of you, man.
All of it.
So before we talk about that stuff, let's talk about some instruments. Because you're the closest to me. You're the closest to me in proximity right now. Let's talk about your instrument. So we've been working on.
As we all know, my ESP signature deal ended 3 years ago.
Okay.
And I wanted to move on to a more American style, more passive style bass for my stuff, but. And we did. So I came to GNL, and so what we did with my new signature, which is right here, it's I wanted a passive instrument that had the same amount of power as an active instrument.
Yeah.
Like for both, especially because we play a lot of C sharp and a lot of lower tunes that need more definition. So with Johnny McLaren and CLF Research, we pretty much took a revamp of the jazz pickup by putting ceramic magnets on it.
Well, instead of Alnico, this is a true MFD jazz bass pickup.
Correct. And the trick was to try to find as many rounds of coil as we could, and we added 8,000 rounds.
I think it's 8, something like that. They're both, but
so the casing had to be redesigned and a whole bunch of shit, but the outcome is a passive, fully passive bass. The fucking most pristine sound that you could get.
Yeah.
So clean and
something about the MFD pickups.
Yeah, I mean
in
they
guitar
just got
and in bass.
they got punch for the jack, slap for reggae, for salsa, for everything. Like got definition, so it worked perfect because now I don't have to use batteries, reducing my carbon print because I care about that shit. And and we put some rails here. We'll talk about that later. You can put your GoPro and do your videos and all that.
You can pimp it out.
We're gonna do a proper video. And I've been working on it, but my computer took a crap with all the video in it, so it's.
So basically, we're doing a signature Pancho Tomaselli JB bass. And the main thing is going to be MFD jazz pickups, and then the other stuff we'll be talking about. But it'll have this look. It'll be black, frost finish.
Yeah.
And so that's it. Yeah.
Why the frost finish? Because you can play this bass with a tuxedo or with shorts at the beach with no shirt.
Yeah. You can go from total metal rock to casual, corporate gig, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing the Grammys. All right.
It's a simple bass.
So
GNL hardware all the way. Nothing magical, just for the pickup.
Nice.
And we're using pine.
Pine, nice and lightweight with nice resonance.
Everybody's like, pine. I'm
No,
like,
it's good.
Yeah, pine is
good.
something that it's a new thing and a great wood that will keep us affordable. So like the regular player, the guy that's out there working that cannot afford $2,500 for a bass, can actually go and pick up a really good, high quality instrument.
Nice. Pine's great, man. It sonically also has a nice
I live in a
tone
pine
to it.
forest, anyways.
There you go. All right, cool. So thank you very much. So play us a little bit, and then.
Clarity.
All right, and then Gerry Nestler.
Yeah.
You have a few guitars, but you brought your V12, correct?
Yeah, that's what I like here.
So what? Yeah, what do you
V12.
what do you like about the V12?
Well, the pickups are great, you know.
And
these-
those, again, they're MFD dual coil.
Yeah. And, you know, I always use a reverse head stock,
Sure.
you know, in the guitar. And
And on his body.
Nice.
got a nice little, the full chrome, whatever.
Dual fulcrum vibrato.
And it's got a, you know, it's just got a really great sound with these pickups. So, that Leo, you guys had,
Those are also MFDs, right?
Those are MFD. Yeah, those are V12. So each one can go from parallel humbucker, series humbucker, and single coil.
Yeah, so pretty much a lot of the
I
new
mean-
Philm music one is coming out with just MFD pickups.
Nice.
Like ceramic, magnets, and all passive,
Sure.
no active. So it sounds kind of oldish.
No,
Like,
it's
it sounds awesome. It sounds delightful.
great sound. Well, the people will hear it for sure.
That's
we'll
for
fly in
sure.
some
Yeah.
stuff. And you're in. You play C sharp. You play in a C sharp tuning.
yeah, well,
Okay.
this is in 432.
And you have the reverse headstock so that E string is longer. You
Right.
find that helps to be in that tuning.
Well,
Like a
Helps string
piano.
tension.
yeah, there's a broader range.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
that I can, you know, create with. So, but it is a special tuning.
Yeah.
It's not a standard
Sure.
tuning that I use.
Got it.
Yeah, we tune our basses and guitars in the band differently. That's
Got
why,
it.
like, we got a lot at the beginning of our career with film. People would come up to us and say, "Okay, we figure out the drums. Now, what the hell are you guys doing on the guitar and the bass?" You know, because we tune different. Like he has a tuning and I
Sure.
have another tuning on it, but it just works.
It just works.
And
yeah.
I'm not the type of bass player that plays the riff, but I like to make bass lines to the riff.
Sure.
Yeah, play the riff when you need it, but not all the time. So I'll put some chords to his
Got it.
riffs, so it creates a little harder to distinguish what I'm doing. You know.
Okay. Yeah. You want to play us a little bit of
you know,
that wonderful guitar?
Well, the C sharp
Yeah.
gives you that kind of.
It's pretty much like two parts happening at the same time. Right now, I'm not tuned to C sharp. I'm tuned to E,
Yeah.
A432.
Yeah.
You know, we tune, and I've started to do that, but it creates a lot of trouble when you're working in the industry because everybody's tuned at a certain level.
Sure.
With film, we're doing it.
432.
We're following
Nice.
the norms of the universe.
Okay. All right.
You know.
Nice. And anything else about that guitar?
No, I just love these guitars.
Yeah.
They're very well balanced.
That's the Doheny V12.
Yeah, the Doheny V12 is absolutely my favorite. When I had the special finish that you guys
Yeah.
Galaxy.
have, the Galaxy finish, which
Got
is
it.
That
really
is
dope.
ripping,
Yeah.
dude. I want a car like that.
And you know, it's just a well balanced guitar,
Beautiful.
really.
You should get the
Especially-
headstock block.
Yeah, I have one like that, but
Of course you
have
do.
four of them,
Yeah, we take care of you.
I only have one GNL bass.
No, yeah, sure.
Per finger.
Go ahead and sit down here because I gotta get. All right, Noodles. Hey, Noodles.
Noodle bar.
All right, so we have the members of Philm here, and we're going to go through each of the songs. We're going to tell us. So, what is the name of the record?
Time Burner.
Time Burner
Yeah.
by Philm. Philm.
Correct.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to ask you about each of the songs. You can tell me a little bit about each one. So, how about Cries of the Century?
Ooh, well, that was kind of a song that, you know, Pancho, he was responsible for the main riff of the song.
Okay.
But really, lyrically, you know, we're in this time period right now in 2020, and a great change in the world. And so Cries of the Century is definitely very reflective of our time, you know, our current situation.
Sure.
And where we're going. And also the song in the lyrics, it asks us to, you know, cast our steps carefully down, which
Those words.
yeah, which really is about, you know, the imprint that we leave here
What
in
will
this
you
life,
say?
you know, in this, and whatever it does, yeah. And what you will leave behind, you know.
Nice.
Some people leave a very little mark on this world, you know, if they live, you know, where some of us use quite a bit, you know.
Yeah.
And take quite a bit. So it's really about cast your steps carefully down.
Yeah, that's this
Okay.
album.
All
Shit,
right.
We did. That's why it took us like 6 years to fucking
Yeah,
release
Yeah,
it.
and like I said, we recorded it so fast,
Wow.
you know.
Cool. All right, so that was Cries of the Century. How about Steamroller?
Ooh, that was a great one. That's my first outing on like trying to do something fucked up. So what I did is the first riff was just all the triplets of a 7/4 bar.
Uh-huh.
You know, and then
Yeah, sure.
there's like changes all over the place. But from the writing perspective of the riff, I wanted to do something that was outrageous.
Sure.
And like
Steamrolled you.
Yeah,
When you
like
listen to
Steamroll,
it. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's the title.
Nice.
But
yeah,
then
yeah.
the
Yeah.
lyrics are pretty cool. It's one of my favorite
Yeah,
songs.
watch the water burn. So, you know, this is another, you know, kind of very deep deal
Yeah.
talking about, you know, and transformation
Mhm.
is a key word, I would say, and, you know, observing, you know, this you know, illusion of life.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. How about Spanish Flowers?
Ooh, absolutely beautiful love song that I wrote, you know, in New York, and you know, when we did that piece, you know, I have to say that piece would have never, we would have never done that, been able to have achieved that before. You know, the other songs that previous to you mentioned were pieces that riffs that Pancho had written that we jammed on,
Sure.
you know, in 2015. This piece right here I just came into the studio and I started playing the chords, and Anderson had put the rhythm to it. It was Anderson and me doing this.
Okay.
And Pancho had put a beautiful bass solo down there first take. And when we got to Los Angeles, I put in the vocals. I actually removed all the guitars in it and left in the organ section.
Okay.
But it was originally written as a love song, and but since his brother got a hold of it and heard it, and it took him and his team 9 months of animators to create this, you know, beautiful animated work to the, you know, film to the piece.
Brain Fluid, that's the
yes,
name of the
Brain
record.
Fluid Productions, yeah. But it's very significant, if I may mention the significance of this, because they unknowingly, the story of Guadalupe and the flowers of the Tepeyac, and, you know, this thing that in 1530 something had ended up changing the world forever, with millions of people converting to Catholicism through this one miracle that, and also in song, because, you know, they had things called the people of the Americas, you know, Mesoamerica. They didn't believe in a place called heaven. They had no concept of that it was called the flower world. And thus this flower world, this place, when the flowers, when she put all these flowers on the tepeyac, this was a big deal. And it was something that, as I said, it ended up changing the world forever. So Spanish Flowers ends up somehow bringing this whole thing to life through Pancho's brother and the team and their work.
Insane, man. Bunch of nerds.
That's
Love
awesome. Next up, 1942.
it. Oh, well, that's a good jam. It has some bipolarity on it because it starts off cool.
Yeah,
very psychedelic.
And then I don't know. There's this riff. I don't know. I love riffs, man.
You do.
I'm from
awesome.
the Geezer Butler School of Bass, dude. So we're riff makers. So it goes from like a jam into a riff.
Yeah. Which
mean,
I'd say,
it'll blow your ears off.
Yeah, I was going to call it the summer of 1942.
Okay.
But it was the first year that people were sent to the gas chambers, and so 1942 is reflects on that sentiment of never coming home, or with the families that were actually
A lot of kids were
a lot
lost
of
in the
kids.
war, man.
And
Yeah.
so
We're still suffering about it, I think.
yeah, it's something that has happened in life, not just in 1942, but 1942 was a very significant event when that all started in 1942. So that's what that is.
Yeah, we wrote about it.
Okay.
We like our writing, our
Yeah.
histories.
And how about Wade Through the Water?
Ooh. Well,
It's got sort of a Jaws-ish.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun,
yeah.
dun, dun.
those were the fully improvised.
They were
that we
fully
did
improvised.
over there at Jeff Beck's place in
Jeff Beck Studio,
at the
Sunset Marquee.
Sunset Marquee in the basement.
Wow.
They gave us the studio for a while, and then we were there and just jammed.
That's the first place. That's the first time we got together with Anderson.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and it's also the first song on the record that is part of what we did as a piano, bass, and drums trio with Philm Noir in New York City, and
Okay.
it started
Yeah,
on a
like
cruise
the
ship
tag,
in Brazil. Yeah, and we did.
You see, Anderson comes from a long line of virtuosos. He is part of the Quintero family. The Quintero family is the most prominent family of percussion players on earth.
Okay,
His
yeah.
father, Luisito Quintero, is probably one of the top 3 timbalero players. He was playing with Chick.
Wow.
Recently
Chick,
died.
right,
Respect.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So he's always in the belly, in utero. He was listening to music. So he is a very, very talented, very free spirit, almost too free spirited. But he understood the sound
Sure.
and took it to the next level. Very important. The first 2 albums were different. We were dealing with a drummer that can
Harmonic
only,
and Fire from the Evening Sun.
we were dealing with a drummer that can only do one thing, so it was very hard for me and Gerry to fully express what we wanted to do.
Sure.
Well, Anderson, that's the first time I met Anderson, and it's part of Wade Through the Water. When we got together, which is Time Burner, which we'll get to that, but that's really the first time I ever met him. It is the first time I ever, and not much was said. We just started playing. They hit record,
And just
then,
go. Yeah.
we went. That's one. Wade Through the Water is one of those pieces, and it's another one I decided to keep on the record because I wanted to bring in what was lost with the Philm Noir record that we never had a chance to release that or put that out. But Wade Through the Water, the reason it's called that, the title, is interesting because when we were there at the Sunset Marquee, this is a Sunset Marquee in Hollywood, there was a staff of there's an engineer and a bunch of assistants, and everybody was just digging what we were doing, so smiles on faces, and we're having a great time. And they said, we should play this upstairs, up where the pool is, and so everybody that's swimming in the pool could hear what you're doing. So that's where I got to wade through the water.
That's cool. I like it.
That's cool. That's a beautiful studio. It's a good room.
All right, next, I like the title of this one, Wonka Vision.
Oh, that's a.
Wonka Vision. I don't know why. At one point of my life, I was so stuck with Willy Wonka. Remember when Gerry brought that riff to that's a Gerry.
That's a Gerry
song.
riff. Yeah.
And when he brought the riff, all I could think was that part of Willy Wonka where the kid was putting on the Wonka Vision glasses and traveling through space.
Nice.
So it ended up like Wonka Vision. Anderson totally displaces
kills
the
it.
beat on the
Yeah,
song.
he kills it,
Like,
and-
so hard.
Yeah.
You know.
A lot of fun,
That's cool.
but Pancho's riff is the dom bam bom bom bam bam bam, and
Oh yeah, there's that riff.
there's that one, but yeah, lots of fun with that one. Just
Nice.
yeah,
It's kind of like a heavy, non-heavy song.
funky.
Got it. That's been traveling through Wonka land.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's good. It's heavy,
To
but
the
there's not
factory.
a lot of distorted stuff on it.
Okay. Cool. How about The Seventh Son? Sorry.
Ooh.
How about The Seventh Son?
Well, that was. I remember when we first played that riff. That was a riff Pancho wrote,
Okay.
and the first time we ever played it was in Switzerland, in Zurich. Switzerland, the audience there after we were done with the show, there was some signing stuff, and these guys came up to us and they were singing
They were
that.
singing the riff.
That's
I mean, we had no
rad.
lyrics for this.
It was
It's an
ju-
earworm.
Yeah, it's a whole. It is a phrase.
Yeah,
It's
it's a great
bass,
phrase.
Line.
Yeah.
Phrase, bass line, whatever. Kind of like
That's
this one.
cool.
You've heard this one?
Of course. Dude,
Oh, yeah.
instant,
That's a
recognition.
phrase bass line. He's like,
Instant
boom,
recognition.
It's a phrase and it's a bass line.
Well,
That's
we're
cool.
There's
not.
another one. Correct. So those are like I wanted to do something like that where
Yeah,
where you
every
cannot
instant-
play the song without that bass line.
Yeah, that's
So
it.
it's
That's
good.
cool.
Anyway,
All right, cool. So that was The Seventh Son. How about Evening Star?
Ooh, well,
I love that one.
yeah.
That was another one.
Very,
like that.
very Latin rhythm from Anderson again. Very, that lineage that he has, depth that he has in his playing is from that lineage
That's cool.
that
Yeah.
he's part of. But that riff on Evening Star. And because of Anderson's playing, it's very reminiscent for me of my love for Nina Simone and the work that she did, with
Amazing.
at that
Yeah.
period. So that's
Wow.
and so Evening Star is really Nina Simone is the Evening Star.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah, Nina
cool.
Simone rips.
Yeah. All right, how about Like Gold?
That was one of my favorite ones because what was the bass doing? I just do. And I stay there because he was doing something. I just stay there.
Ostinato thing.
Yeah, we were
over it.
just
Yeah.
jamming. We were just
That's
jamming. So I
cool.
hear him do this. So I stay there. And Anderson's like pulling. It was hard to play on top, but it was cool. So I stay there, and then you wrote some that's probably the statement of the whole fucking record.
It's interesting because people so far the critics who have talked about it, a lot of them they're divided, but a lot of them love this stuff. They either love it or hate it.
Got it.
But Like Gold, I would have to say, somebody said, I could kill myself because of Like Gold or something like
Yeah,
that. They really
yeah.
didn't like, but I would die for Spanish Flowers, But Like Gold, is just what Pancho said. This riff, this drone, it's a repetitive
Sure.
Yeah,
Little
it's-
ostinato part
It's the
going
type
over.
of,
Yeah.
it's a reflective song, man. Like when you smoke as soon as you smoke your joint, listen to that one. Don't wait.
Just
Yeah.
right away.
That one, you
Right away.
get sucked in. I swear, dude, you get sucked in.
And we're in California, so it's legal. So
Even,
there you go.
it's
Just saying.
it's even funner when it's not.
Exactly. Yeah, a little bit of anxiety, like, oh, I'm gonna get caught.
I remember
No,
when
it's
I was
cool.
touring with War, and the guys would be like, I don't like to smoke weed anymore. I'm like, what? It's because it's legal. There's like no rush, you know.
Yeah, a little bit of taboo-ish kind
There's
of
no
thing.
rush.
Yeah. All right, and then that brings us to the last one, Time Burner.
Well, that is the piece.
That is the piece.
Yeah, that's
so. That's what we're going to be flying in here. We're going to be able to listen to some of that.
It's only 11
no.
minutes.
No, that's what song is it?
Spanish Flowers.
Spanish Flower. Okay,
The video, right?
Yeah, Spanish Flower. We're going to fly in the video of that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Time
But
burner.
Time Burner,
It is
so-
a time burner. It is 11-minute improvisational jam of
Okay.
piano, bass, and drums.
Yeah, it's the first time we met.
And
So-
that
Really?
Was, yeah, that was when
No,
they
just
met.
roll tape, go.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
First take.
Yeah. So there's a
pretty
purity to that.
I'm using a
and-
P bass on it actually.
Nice.
It sounds pretty intense. The P bass
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flat wounds.
Flat ones
Nice.
and P bass. Can't go wrong
Well,
with
you
that.
know, whenever we're talking about these people, we're coming in from so many different angles.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking, but each piece,
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's somewhat helpful.
Yeah.
So far, the album is so diverse that everybody's liking it. You know, people that like heavy, like the heavy part. People
Sure.
that like the
Well, it has
the
to be
other stuff.
diverse is good, you know.
And besides, the real metal was diverse if you think about it.
Dude. Yeah.
Back then, Sabbath. I
Sabbath.
mean, you hear Sabbath, and then you hear like Changes.
Yeah.
Or you hear
Yeah.
we sail through one. Like
Yeah,
Planet
yeah.
Caravan and shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then you hear Paranoid, and it was
Yeah.
like so much diversity because it was a real band. It was not like my
Yeah.
fans are gonna think
Or
I'm not
War
heavy
Pigs,
anymore.
War
so I
Pigs,
gotta,
War Pigs, which is a political statement. That song goes
You
to
see,
a lot of stuff.
in
too,
our
so.
in our business, there are people who do music to retain their fame.
Yeah.
Because that's all they have.
Yeah.
The posers of
Sure.
the fucking world, and they are worried about what their fans are gonna say and how many Insta likes and
Yeah.
let me post my food because I eat healthy, but give me 2 shots of Red Bull with vodka, and
Yeah.
then they're so worried about that.
Yeah.
We do music
Yeah.
for music.
With
If
soul.
you like it, you hit
Well,
like, and
oh,
you
yeah,
become
yeah.
a fan.
Yeah.
Well,
If you don't like it, fuck off. Go somewhere else.
There's no point in trying to convince anybody.
No.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, people are going to like it.
I'm done. I'm done
Yeah.
with like what are the fans gonna think?
Yeah.
And, is not heavy enough. That's bullshit.
Yeah, do what you want.
know, exactly.
So
I'm done.
So Philm and the title of the record,
Time burner.
Time
Burner
Burner,
on
coming
Metal
out
Mill.
February 20th.
No,
dropping-
February 19th.
February 19th.
Fridays.
That's
They're on
Friday.
Fridays now.
They're on Fridays, so it drops. Okay, cool. All right, guys, it has been my pleasure, as always, to hang out with these guys, and I'm super stoked that we're actually getting it on film. We get
Yeah,
to
we are
talk, we
getting
get to
it. Film on
bullshit.
film.
Film on
Film
film.
on film. So,
Can't get it wrong.
Time Burner by Philm, Philm, dropping February 19th. That's Friday. I think this video will coincide with that. We'll drop it this weekend. But what do you want to say, Gerry? Say.
Oh,
what were you gonna
just
say?
what you said.
What I said. Yes. We'll be definitely flying in, so you'll be hearing it
and just
dispersed here.
to quote our really dear friend, mentor, Mr. Uncle Tommy
no.
Chong,
Tommy,
Oh.
Uncle Tommy,
Oh,
shout
no.
out, man.
and I quote, "Dave is not here." End quote. See you on the other side.
There you go. So we got Pancho Tomaselli, Gerry Nestler of
Thank
Philm. Just thank you. You guys
Yeah.
are our favorite family members.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna make other people jealous, but that's okay. But yeah,
okay.
we just love you guys, and thank you for all the support.
All right.
And thanks for being here and
Thank you.
Thank you,
chatting it up.
Steve, and thank you, GNL, and Leo Fender, and Dave, and Johnny, and CLF, and Ron, everybody.
Everybody.
Spencer, Larry, everybody.
Who else?
Kenny. Hey.
I know, right? It's our
It's like
memo.
a family. They're
It
like
is.
my bros, dude.
Yeah, we're all brothers here. So stay safe, everybody. Philm, again, thank you. Check. Oh, wait. Socials. What are the socials? Do you guys have a website?
Film official.
Well, there's
Phil-
Film Official on Facebook, and there's filmtheband.com.
Philmtheband.com.
Which will be up soon.
Okay, PHILM,
You wanna tell them about the
theband.com.
Facebook?
Well, yeah, if our Facebook page, that'd be another topic.
Yeah.
So right now, so they can find
Film
you.
official.
Film.
We used to have a Facebook page.
Hold on. So webpage filmtheband.com.
.com.
Okay, we'll have people check that out.
And
So
then
that's the
Facebook
spot.
is Film Official.
Okay, Facebook
There's-
Film Official.
There's another film Facebook,
All right.
which used to be ours, but is now run by posers, so that's not the one.
But I'll put it there.
Philm
Film official
Official.
at
Yeah.
Facebook.
There'll be a
Any
link.
Instagram-ish stuff or
Yeah, there's Philm on Instagram.
what-
Film official.
Film
on Instagram.
official. So it's Film official everywhere
Uh-huh.
for socials. So
Correct.
check those out, people. Thanks again, guys.
All right.
Peace out.
Time shall wane.
What we got there, man?
Well, if you guys want to know how the original freaking Music Mans, or where they come from, here it is. This is before they were even made, and we're here at Leo Fender's lab.
We are in Leo Fender's lab.
He died right there, pretty much, and nothing has been touched since he left. No, well, we're touching nothing.
Yeah.
We're touching.
So this is the breadboard guitar that was used to test pickups. So this is the MFD pickups, obviously two pickup setup, but he could swap in and out, and that was definitely a Music Man Stingray built
You can
here.
see, yeah, the lines where all the different pickups were set.
Yeah, pretty cool.
This is like the Smithsonian of freaking music instruments.
You like hanging on to that one, huh, Pancho?
I love it.
It's our history,
It's
man.
history.
Yeah,
It's like every time I grab it, it's like, like you feel the vibe.
Well, guys, actually, we just shot some family time at Leo's Lounge, and I didn't think about it, but I got to thank Pancho and Gerry. They were like, dude, we got to shoot some stuff in Leo's lab. And it's like, you know what? Yes, we
Definitely.
do. We do have to shoot it. So,
Especially for us, it's such a important thing
Yeah.
to be coming out with an album first time on
Philms
GNL.
record. Yeah.
With our film record, so we wanted to come to the Leo's church.
Yeah.
And, and get the good vibes
Yeah.
and tell the world that there's more to come, and now that we're given the opportunity to be part of the GNL family, the sky is the limit.
Well, you guys have been part of the family for a while.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
now film it
Because we
becomes
just come by for lunch.
You guys just come by for lunch, hang out, have fun,
free lunch and guitars.
What the hell, man? So one question I didn't ask,
Yeah.
where did you guys record the majority of the record? You might have recorded in a lot of different
Brooklyn,
places.
right?
Well, we did record in Brooklyn, but
Okay.
it was mixed and
Yes,
engineered
mixed,
and
okay.
recorded primarily by Chris Sorum at Nest Recorders in East LA.
East LA.
East
All
LA.
right.
Really?
Representing.
So they
Yeah.
did all the mastering?
Well, the mastering's Rory
Rory.
Flaherty at Dave Collins he mastering.
Got it.
Yeah, he is
Cool.
good. It's a good album. It's
Yeah.
free. There's no wrenches in it, and we're very happy.
Yeah, really happy it's gonna
Very
come out
happy,
for everybody.
And
this,
yeah.
this is film right here,
Yeah.
man.
Pancho Tomaselli, Gerry Nestler. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And we're at the church of
At the
Leo,
church of
Leo
Leo
Fender.
Fender.
Definitely.
If you guys, I'm gonna touch
The hat.
this.
There you go.
This was Leo's hat, original Leo Fender hat.
Yeah.
There it
He used
is.
to wear this. Let me smell it.
No,
But so we, like I said, we wanted to come here and drop the
Yeah.
news from Leo's lab, and we hope you like our record, and thank you so much,
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah.
Well, we'll be dropping it, here and there in the video, and the video will drop on Friday when your record drops.
Yes, sir.
Thank
So we're
you.
excited.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hell yeah,
Thank
man!
you
Thank
very
you
much.
guys.
All right.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
We'll see you soon, but
And
okay, let's get, this is so.
Everybody, hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And also follow us on Instagram and Facebook at CLF Research. So that's where we have a lot of individual pictures, stuff going on in the build. So the videos kind of package things up, but there's a lot of other detail and stuff that we do on the other social sites, the individual pictures. So hopefully we will see you on those sites as well. And we look forward to seeing you here again soon. Thank you.